This isn't one LF those crazy cheating stories with twists and turns. It's straightforward, but didn't hurt any less. My ex and I met a little over 2 years ago on a video game called Valorant. We started talking, and we both had little to nothing going on in our lives, so I decided to fly out to see her. She lived halfway across the country, Canada, so not too bad. We bonded as well in person as we did online. Everything was great, and I ended up moving in with her and her grandma, and we lived together for like 5 years. We had our ups and downs, but I didn't think things were too bad. I encouraged her to get a job and work towards her professional goals, and she hyped me up towards my own personal goals. On the 8th of February this year, she abruptly told me she wanted me to go back home for a break. I figured we'd been living together with no breaks for a while, so it's understandable. I left without questioning it. Prior to me leaving, we had a talk about how she thinks I'm not affectionate enough, and that my ADHD gets in the way of our relationship. I made it a mission to work on those things and to get medicated, which I did end up doing BTW. So I land home on the 13th of February, and barely a day later she says, "I can't do this anymore," effectively breaking off the relationship. I was okay with this for the most part because it was my understanding that we would work on ourselves and come back stronger and better than we were. Turns out I was completely wrong. She messages me 2 weeks later saying she's seeing someone. My life fell apart and my heart sank to the deepest part of me. How could she have moved on so fast? It hurt, but all I could do is move forward. I am far from a hateful person and didn't feel resentment. Mostly I simply felt betrayed and disappointed. Fast forward to today, I've been back in her city for a week. I got really close to her brother and was visiting him. I stayed at the brother's place for the first few days, but out of nowhere his whole family came and he had no room for me to sleep anymore. My only option was to text my ex and ask if I could crash on the couch. Her and her situationship were having a rough patch, yes, already, so she let me stay on the couch. That was 2 days ago. Since then, her and her new guy have gotten even worse. Turns out he's quite an asshole and a douche. I've been staying at the house while my ex goes to work. She does night shifts. About 2 hours ago, I was just laying down bored. Her computer was there, and I wanted to play some games to help the boredom. I opened the computer and her Discord messaging app on computer opened automatically. I knew that there was nothing that I could find that would be good, but my curiosity got the best of me and I opened one of the conversations. Turns out she had been meeting up with him and they had been explicitly flirting, talking about holding hands, biting thighs, and teasing, which seemed to be used both in a playful and sexual way. I gave my all to this woman. I moved, left everything I had behind, including family, friends, work, and school. I tried to change to be a better person. Not once did I get mad or downplay her feelings. I was a good boyfriend. I don't even know what to do with myself. I'm in my car alone right now. I want to cry, but I hate crying alone. The amount of times I kept defending her shady behavior by saying that she would never do something like that. I'm at a loss for words. The worst part is, I can't even bring myself to heart her or even just dislike her.